I was a public history major already. My professor, Dr. Jimenez Fry, she's kind of the leader of the whole Keweenaw UW-EC connection.
Right after COVID was when I went to the park and approached them and said I would be interested in starting a partnership that would be mutually beneficial for the university and for the park, is that our students could get training in public history work and research, hands-on research, and the park could also have a chance to expand interpretation in the park on topics that they had always wanted to have researchers do extensive research on.
The internship was kind of predicated on the fact that as a student, you're going to be filling in the gaps in the knowledge of the National Park Service. So they didn't have much research on public health, so that's what I went to look into. I went to the archives there, and I was looking into the doctors. So because it was a copper mining country, there were a lot of companies up there that were doing industrial mining, and they provided the doctors because it was in the middle of nowhere. So they had company doctors come in, and I wanted to understand how working for a company affected the medical care that the doctors actually gave to the miners. I discovered that it affected pretty much every aspect. So the companies were very paternalistic. That meant that they basically felt like they had all the resources and they were able to give the miners a good life if only the miners let them basically control every aspect of life. So they would build libraries, but they got to decide what was in the library to read. They would build a bathhouse, but they got to decide who got to go in and out. And the same thing with the doctors, basically. They got to decide who was treated, they got to decide who was treated for what. So if you were a miner, you could go in because you got hurt with a work accident, but if you got hurt in a bar after work, they'd say, well, you shouldn't have been at a bar. You're out of luck. You gotta pay for it yourself.
It's one thing to learn in the classroom. It's another to get out there and do the work. And it is very important, I think, to their education for them to be able to do the work and feel a sense of independence in that too.
I got that direct experience. I was kind of a little hesitant as a public historian. I thought maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I shouldn't be an actual public historian. Maybe I should go sit behind a desk somewhere in a room and not talk to anyone. This internship taught me that I'm in the right place, for sure.